I would like to welcome all of you again on behalf of Stephen and Mitza to this wonderful event and this wonderful collection of families. And thank you all for being here to celebrate Stephen and Mitza's wedding. As Nick said, I am Stephen's brother. I am the coon, and I am his older brother, even though I may look younger. On behalf of Stephen and Mitza, I would like to thank Sylvia for all her effort. I'd like to thank my mom and dad, George and Eileen, for everything they have done as well. I'd like to thank all the bridesmaids and the groomsmen. And Stephen's good friend, Sam Lee, was a groomsman for his toast last night, and Tom for his toast last night. More roast, but it was on behalf of Steve and very appropriate. And the Von Groom family singers. I should not miss those. I really would like to take a moment to thank Taylor and Angie, his beautiful wife. On their behalf, we would not be here without them. Please, take a bow. Every bit of praise you guys get is well warranted, because we are thrilled with Mitza, and we are thrilled that Stephen is very happy. And without Taylor and Angie, Stephen and Mitza, they met at their wedding the first time, and they may not, and Stephen may have not lasted as long as that initial ride from Santa Monica to Pasadena. He had a reason to go there, and somehow Mitza saw everything that's amazing about Stephen in that ride. I'd also like to take a chance to thank Taylor for arranging the bachelor party in Mammoth, where we had a chance to, the groomsmen congregated, and we had a chance to hang out with George Milovich, Pat Canfield, and Alan Toby. And those guys really brought a lot to the weekend, and took a lot from that weekend. Mostly all our booze that they drank.
Steve goes Broadway.
But it was a real pleasure to have a chance to hang out with those three.
It was more like your bachelor
and enjoy time.
He already had a bachelor party. It was his bachelor party.
When I started out to write this toast, I had envisioned a Friars Club roast. But I thank Tom for doing that. And I consulted with the censors, my wife Heather, and he'll get something a lot more suitable for all audiences on my behalf. Now, I really wasn't sure how to begin this toast, and so I Googled best man speeches.
Are you practicing sign language? It's not very good.
And what I came up with when you enter on Google best man speeches, they say, well, you should start with a quote, or you can start with a top 10 list, like David Letterman. So I started writing a top 10 list in honor of Stitza and Worlds Colliding. So I said, okay, what are the top 10 commonalities between Greeks and Serbians?
This is good. Education.
But I had to scrap it once I realized I had 8 jokes about depilatory process and 2 about sheep.
You wouldn't know, Sam. Hairless Sam. Don't worry about
So instead, I would like to offer you all a poem from my favorite song of mine. We'll stick with quotes. Let me be your everlasting life. I'll hold and never scold. In me you can confide. When no one's by your side, let me be your everlasting life. For me, it's really hard to believe that Stephen, my younger brother, is married. To me, he'll always be the little brother who Monty'd my Tecmo Bowl games when he walked in the room. He was such bad luck that I found a way to lose with the San Francisco 49ers against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Just by walking in the room. Somehow, Steve Young threw an interception. No one feels more relieved to me than me that Stephen is married. Now I can put my mom's mind at ease and stop the perennial questions. Is Stephen gay?
You can still be married. Oh, I forgot we were in Los Angeles.
Like Sam says, not that there's anything wrong with that. But in her defense, Stephen did live in San Francisco, single for a dozen years. Questions arise, Stephen.
Shit, I better move to New York.
We all knew that it was going to take someone truly special to take Stephen from his bachelor life. I still suffer PTSD from the weekend I spent in his apartment off the Panhandle, where Stephen told me when I showered that he had no towels. If I needed to dry myself, I could use his terry cloth bathroom. But I had to use the outside. Stephen didn't have 0 clean towels. He had no towels, period. And the inside was reserved for him. So, like I said, I had no more
We have standards.
Mitza may have not spent the last 38 years with Stephen, but I know over the last 20 months or so, Mitza has gotten a crash course. And I think she aced her final after helping Stephen move to Los Angeles over Labor Day weekend, not so long ago. I should clarify, it wasn't just move Stephen, it was pack and move Stephen. He had nothing ready for her upon her arrival. My wonderful wife Heather has never quite recovered from Stephen's graduation. When we moved him out of his dorm room, there must have been an army of us Greeks. And he had nothing ready for us either. And we have never quite forgotten the image of Stephen with his Greek taxi, with a mattress secured to the top only by his left hand. Driving out of Stanford to Palo Alto to a family friend who had lent him the mattress.
He's like, yeah, that's great. I was there. It was great.
I knew we had a winner in Mitza when Stephen and Mitza came to Denver this last Thanksgiving. And Stephen and Mitza stayed in our house. And I could immediately see how relaxed Stephen was. It was our first chance to spend some unfiltered time with Mitza, not in such a large group as this. And at a baptism or wedding, you have it. And Mitza immediately gave me grief, like she had known me for years. So she fit right in. And Stephen was completely relaxed. And we knew, I knew that they were meant to be. When I added that information with the story Mitza told about their first, or their reconnection, I should say, not their first meeting, but Stephen picked her up in Santa Monica and drove her to the Rose Bowl parade. And Stephen's appearance was, we'll just leave it at disheveled. It says enough. It's very generous. And she still agreed to go out with him again. So when I saw Stephen and he was relaxed and happy, and Mitza was relaxed and happy, and I heard this story from Mitza, I knew it wouldn't be long until they were married. And sorry, I lost my place. I apologize. It is definitely the Schlieben. I should also mention that Mitza fit right in with our large family, and that was no surprise at all, given I look at the setting and I see how big her side of the family is, I see how big our side of the family is, and it really is a no-brainer in that regards. Well, all I have to say is after a baptism, a wedding, a Christmas, a Thanksgiving, several group texts, phone calls, FaceTimes, I am honored to call you my sister. I am thrilled for Thalia to call her your mom. And in closing, I'd like to offer another quote from a favorite song. I could use these onions for my yang. That would make everything all right. I will stay by your side by the day if you'll stay underneath me at night. Please join me in raising a glass. Stephen and Mitza.
Don't be sorry.
A lifetime of love and happiness.
Don't be sorry.
And may you be each other's everlasting light.